Hello guys and welcome back to my Fate Grand Order Traum gameplay. So we will be resuming the main story. The previous video, it was the section where Fujimaru was able to get away from the Revenge Realm, and it was a really good section. Salome, we got to see her, a lot of character development related to her, and her section really reminded me of Charlotte Cordes section in Lost Spell 5. Like, not to that degree. I still feel like Charlotte Cordes section in Lost Spell 5 Atlantis was probably one of the best, best sections ever. Like, Lost Spell 5 Atlantis was filled with character developments. It was like absolutely amazingly written, but not to that degree. But it did give me the same feeling that I felt back then. And yeah, it was sad in the end, but yeah. Okay, now we are in the righteous realm, and yeah, we got to see that Charles the Great isn't him, it's someone else. It's Don Quixote. And yeah, let's see. Okay, idle talk in the dead of the night. All right. Alright, here we go. Whoa, what's happening? Wait. Oh, it's Moriarty. Damn. Wait, is that a waterfall in his background? Where is he sitting? Sherlock Holmes is my rival. He is the light to my shadow. However, in this new role as a foreign disciple, our past rivalry is irrelevant. Only his abilities matter now, his capacity to observe, deduce, and reach the truth. I cannot have him bringing those abilities to bear here. So, I planted seeds of doubt. I appeared to him and showed him in a torrent utter nonsense. What? Yes, utter nonsense. But assuming my position is assured, he will no doubt lose sight of what is truly important thanks to my efforts. If Holmes means to uncover the truth, then I shall be a wall to block his progress. He will never overcome the barrier I represent. I see. It seems this foreign god thinks things through very well. It's a shame Vlad III sealed himself away with his own stakes. A powerful servant like him would have made an excellent piece on the board. Oh well, I suppose I shall just have to move some other pieces instead. Wow. But what about... I just can't say. Holmes? My apologies. No matter how I try, I can't seem to get a read on this Moriarty. Well, I don't believe he is this singularity's master, but aside from that... What's with you? You're not usually so hedgy. Yeah. Nonetheless, I have arrived at a conclusion, though one that yet remains ill-defined. In this singularity, masters are all but meaningless. Then does that mean it's impossible to get rid of the servants here by finding and killing their master? Yes, I believe we should assume as much. Well, that's going to be a problem. We recruited you Chaldeans because we were counting on you to do exactly that. You were? Well, naturally, that in no way precludes us from cooperating in a different manner. Yeah, we can help in other ways. For example, we could win this war against the Revenge and Reinstatement realms, acquire the Holy Grail sustaining these realms, and cause the singularity to collapse. Yeah, that's a way. Would that not be a viable option? Sure, if we could actually accomplish that, but what about the numbers problem? The armies are far larger than ours. Yeah, that's true. Of course, I've taken that into consideration, and I remain confident we can win. Okay, how? There are certainly plenty of challenges to overcome, but the situation is by far no means hopeless. What do you think, sir? Right. Sir Sherlock Holmes. Yes? Please save proper human history for us. Consider it done. Well, yeah, that's why we're here. That being said, there are only so many things we can do at the moment. Our first few steps should be taken as a small mobile commando unit. Okay. Then we'll have a few other servants accompany you. There are servants besides Roland and Astolfo we're fairly sure we can trust. Okay. Thank you. That will be great help. It's a safe bet they'll be keeping an eye on us too. Well, obviously, because, That aside, Sancho's pretty much been running the shows ever since they revealed their true identity, hasn't she? In fact, now that I think of it, she was the one who conveyed what Charles the Great was supposedly saying all that time. I guess it makes sense Sancho would be better with political stuff than Don Quixote, given his, background, bruh. It'd be one thing if she was just Sancho, yeah, but she's a mixture of everything. But the story of Don Quixote also has an imaginary princess, a deceptive maid, and a nameless duchess. Yeah, okay. Oh, a deceptive maid, okay. Ah, well, who cares, even if things turn out badly. That's Caldia's, really, Fujimaru's problem. Well, you are with us now, if we get into trouble, you guys also get into trouble, I'm just here to provide support, that's all. Okay, that concludes our business for today. We've prepared rooms for you all, so I invite you to relax for the rest of the day. Well, sir, you heard them. It sounds like it'll take more than killing a master to repair the singularity. So it does. What shall we do, speaking for myself? No, absolutely not, Sancho. I still have to stay on the throne. I have a duty to uphold, no matter what anyone says. Isn't that right? Yes, sir, if that's what you want. Alright then, I'll come up with a few possible missions for the commando unit. Good. And please, allow me to select a servant who will keep an eye on the Guardians. We may be low on personnel, but we're still in charge of an entire realm. There's a large population of capable servant resources to choose from. Okay. Oh, this is our room. Huh. It would seem we are being monitored, but it also doesn't seem as though they can hear us. Oh, they cannot hear us, but I'm guessing they can see us? I can put up a light soundproofing bounded field for good measure. Want me to? I don't think there's any need for that, If you would. Oh, really? Okay. Well, we've had a chance to relax and catch our breath, which is all well and good. But going forward, how sure are we that we can rely on Don Quixote instead of Charles the Great? Well, we have no option. Like, I genuinely, like they are the only option that we have. And in a similar way, we are also the only option they have. So, yeah. We probably shouldn't. Right? Nonetheless, this was still the only option of it. Exactly, thank you, Holmes. Both the Revenge Realm and the Reinstatement Realm are really fully functioning autonomous society. Yeah, and in no way will they cooperate with us. So, we have no choice. We have to do this. Like, there's no like, oh, this person doesn't look okay. This person probably won't be able to do anything. There's no way of thinking of any of that. This is the only option we have. They have demonstrated clear hostility to all proper human history. If the righteous realm were similarly inclined, our goose would be well and truly cooked, as they say. Yeah, well, yes, I suppose that's true, but still. Never mind that now, Gordy. Isn't there something else we should be doing first? Yes, you're right. Fujimaru, I commend you on making it back alive. Well done, my boy. Thank you, sir. Oh no. However, what have I told you about not getting captured in the first place? My poor heart can only take so much. I'm sorry. I gotta say though, it really is impressive you made it back alive. Well, we have our ways. Indeed, I suppose it just goes to show how luck, both good and bad, really can be a skill. I'm surprised though to hear you found a servant willing to betray her side and help you. You must remember, Gordo, servants are hardly mindless puppets. Yeah, they have clear purposes and, the type of person they were back when they were alive. It comes to play. We have thoughts and emotions of our own. Sometimes meeting new people can spur us to temporarily grow and change. Interesting comment. Okay. Of course, we must remember only records are sent back to the throne. So unfortunately, we aren't able to preserve those feelings and memories across summonings. Yeah. You know what's interesting? Like, this is like the same thing that happened with Charlotte Corday, I remember, in Lost World 5. And like I don't know, this is the thing, I don't really do interludes. I don't have that, usually don't have that time, so I keep the interludes back and don't really do them. Now, a few days before this event started, there was a whole interlude thing, like new interlude got unlocked even though you don't have the characters. So I was doing the interludes back then, all of those interludes, and I did a few of the other interludes that I just kept back. I did Mandicardo's interlude, I did Charlotte Corday's interlude. And it's interesting to see in both those interludes, both of them, even though they don't remember anything from back then, like obviously they know that something happened back there. And I remember in Charlotte Corday's interlude, she was feeling, I guess you could say, a little bit bothered because the other her had these moments with the masters and she had nothing. So, in the end, she was able to think of her own way to kind of, go past that and make new memories now. Like, that was literally her interlude. Same with Mandicardo, For Mandicardo, he also was able to get like a closure like that. Like, back there in that Lost World, he was like, that me and this me isn't the same, that kind of thing. And he was also able to get a closure and he was also able to move on. So even though they don't have those feelings that it doesn't go to the throne, it's still since they're both the same person, it eventually works out the same way, I guess, if you think about it. Like it's obvious because that was Charlotte Corday, this is also Charlotte Corday. If that Charlotte Corday making contact with Fujimaru and talking to him were able to come to a certain understanding and a certain feeling for him, I'm sure this Charlotte Corday will also do the same, even though they don't have memories of each other. So, because they're the same person. So that kind of thing. So, it's a bit sad, but obviously, since they're the same person, they will eventually come to the same conclusion and walk on the same path. Because that's how it is. That's how their personality is. And that's how Fujimaru's personality is. So yeah, in the end, both the interludes kind of did a good conclusion to both Mandicardo and Charlotte Corday in Lost World 5, which I really liked, I really liked it, the way they concluded that whole thing. So yeah, I guess. Anyways, just, At any rate, who was this Seton person? And I'm pretty sure that Charles the Great, I'm not 100% sure, but let's see. I never did manage to figure that out. Did he see his face? I'm sure Fujimaru saw his face, didn't he? So you never even got a glimpse of it? Oh, okay, never mind. Huh? I see. We can return to this Mr. Seton later. Right now, we still have more pressing matters to discuss. So hey, I put together a table of everything we know about the three realms. Want to see it? Okay, that will help. Definitely. Got it. I'll put it up on the screen. Let's see. Okay, Revenge Realm A, Scale A, Army Quality B. Leader Screamer, second in command is Zhang Jie, greatest threat, okay. Reinstatement Realm, Scale is B, Army Quality A, yeah, true, all their servants are like good quality. Leader is Constantinos 11, Pope Johanna also resides there, Army Quality is top notch, discipline compared to the Revenge Realm, question mark. Righteous Realm CC. Leader is Carl de Grescia. Don Quixote also a store for Roland and others. The Soul Realm allied with proper human history, though this can be said certainly. This can only be said certain of the servants here. Seeing it all laid out like that, like this, it's pretty obvious that the Righteous Realm hasn't really got anything going for it. Kind of amazing they've managed to survive this long. That must be quite skilled in battle. And let us not forget the natural defenses this location affords them. Yeah. I expect they also have the countermeasures for servants attempting to use their spirit forms to seek in. They may be servants, but they will be easily intercepted if they are on foot, especially if they were to march in large numbers. Not to mention that if one of the other factions were to attack, the remaining faction would no doubt be quick to take advantage of that opening. Yeah, that is true. They're actually like, because of their good positioning, like the army that is coming to attack us, obviously they will get tired out by the time they're able to come here. And the other realm might try to take advantage of them, and they would start bickering amongst each other while we'll be just safe back here. And then after they're kind of bickering amongst each other, they'll all be tired and then just leave. I'm sure that has happened before. Oh boy. I doubt she planned any of this intentionally, but it is an impressive state of affairs at the same time. Well, Holmes, the question still remains. What are you planning to do next? First of all, we should discuss the Moriarty calling himself a foreign disciple. It's safe to assume he's operating behind the scenes, where we could try to pursue him. That will not help to resolve the Singularity's root cause. Yeah. Then you're going to work with this realm to help them destroy the other realms, as you said would earlier? Indeed, I don't believe we have any other chance of negotiating something else. Well, that should be fine. This isn't a lost belt after all. Since they're the ones who started this war, they must be prepared for the consequences. But first, you're going to start off in a commando unit, right? I wonder what that'll involve. Yeah. Maybe we'll have a few new characters who will join us. Let's see. Pardon me, may I come in? I switched the comms over to audio only. Remember, in this mode, your response will seem like a solid key. Sure, door is open. Thank you. I'm the righteous realm servant who will be part of this command unit. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Who do we have here? Oh, Zhufu. Oh, wait, she's here? I didn't know that. I thought she... Oh. Well, obviously she's here as an NPC. I know that she'll be released as a servant in the anniversary, I think. Yeah. Okay. I'm Zhufu. I'm a caster. Zhufu, does that mean you're... Sir, you've heard of me. I'm the court sorcerer Emperor Qin Shi Huang, sent to search for Mount Horai and for the elixir of immortality. Yeah, I remember. And you're obsessed with a certain someone? You have her plushie with you? I can see that. I can see that now. I see. A pleasure to make your acquaintance, Miss Zhufu. I'm Sherlock Holmes, detective, and this is Paradox and Lupus, Fujimaru. Okay, so she has her info. At least that's what the secretary told me your aliases were. I understand that you cannot speak freely for a variety of reasons. Still, I'd be thrilled if you told me more. Anyway, so tell me. Let's just say, all in good time. Oh yes, very smooth. All that aside, 2 casters and an extra class. Weird makeup for a group. 2 casters. Wait, what? It's a long story. Oh, okay. I just realized. So yeah, she's a caster. No. Wait, what did she say? Extra class is Holmes. I can see that. Oh, I'm. Is he? Okay, whatever. Lady Zhufu, would it be alright if I introduce myself now? Wait a minute, just a second. She said 2 casters and an extra class. Obviously, 1 caster is her, I'm guessing. The extra class is Holmes. Is she calling Garok a caster as well? I'm guessing because he's a... No, why would she do that? Okay, I think I'm missing something. Something's going over my head here. Tell me. You know what? Anyways, let's move on. Would it be alright if I introduce myself now? Yeah, that should be fine. We probably should introduce the other servant joining this unit. Okay. Well, I can assure you I didn't forget about him or anything like that, yeah? Uh-huh. No wonder the secretary trusts you so deeply, Lady Zhufu. You truly are greater than your stature suggests. Oh, Dirmut, okay. I'm Dirmut Devine, one of the Knights of Fianna. I am also known as Dirmut the Dazzling. Pleased to meet you. Right. Dirmut Devine. Oh, it sounds like you already know who I am. I'm surprised, I'm not that famous. Well, we have you in Kaldia, so... Or perhaps we met in another singularity or doing a Grail War. If we have, I'm afraid I have no memory of that, but here I will be proud to fight beside you. Work me as hard as you need for this assignment. Man, now that's what I call a hero's hero, a beauty indeed. Come to think of it, technical advisor, you have always loved all things beautiful, haven't you? Yeah, indeed. She is Leonardo da Vinci, so you know. Alright, now that we have made our introductions, perhaps you can tell us about our mission. Of course. Our mission is to determine the enemy's military strength and to secure an abandoned stronghold. Unfortunately, we are so low on personnel that we'll have to accomplish both in one day. Oh, well, okay. I can tell the secretary is ready to run us all ragged, me included. This is going to be such a hassle. I wish I could just run away. Well, that was a sudden depressing turn. I'm sure this is obvious, but just to be clear, I'll stick to providing rare support. Yeah, it's fine. Dermot here will lead the charge. That's right, I will do everything in my power to escort you all to safety. Yeah? Damn, he's so radiant, it hurts to look at him. I still don't understand how the dazzling part of him actually manifests physically. Don't worry, I promise I won't dazzle anyone while we're undercover. But you can dazzle the enemy, it's fine. You know, that'll probably stun them for a moment, and we can take that opportunity. I guess it's too much to ask for not to dazzle in daily life either, huh? Anyways, we'll be setting out tomorrow morning, bright and early. I recommend you all change into your spirit forms, or otherwise get as much rest as you can tonight. Okay. Right, let's go. Yep. Who is that? What? It's me, Karo. Okay. Keep your voice down. I want to talk to you outside. He's using the barrier. Okay, that should do it. Are you ready, Marsh? Yes, I'm here. As you requested, Da Vinci is working on the Ordinax. Okay. Director Gordolf is asleep and the night staff all are dozing off too. I'm the only member of Caldia currently on active duty. But why did you want to talk to us alone? Yeah. Just to be safe. After I woke up, I reviewed your records for everything that happened after the Russian loss bill. Okay. Including records about the man from Caldia. Man from... Wait, talking about Romani? He's not really Dr. Roman. Yeah, that's not Dr. Roman. I know. I don't know who he is either, but we'll just have to put that aside for now. More importantly, do you remember what he said about there being someone who can be trusted? Here we go. And what Archer said afterward about something feeling off? Of course. I really can't believe you went and reported everything they told you when they were very clear you should keep it a secret. Well, I guess it wouldn't be you if you hadn't. You remember those records too, right, Marsh? Did you ever think about who the man from Caldia might have been? It's all there in the report. I've given it some thought, yes, but it just seemed too far-fetched to take seriously. You're not exactly sounding like a mystery lover here, so you dropped it, just like that. Not another thought? Not at all. It was the opposite. I believe I thought about it as much as I could, as logically as I could. But no matter how much I thought about what he said, it never made any more sense. Also, well, if someone on Caldia's staff can be trusted... Yeah, like, here's the thing. Like, there hasn't been anything weird going on. You know, usually if there's like a mole or someone, like a traitor, things go wrong. From the Russian Lost Belt, we are in almost like Lost Belt, like with completed Lost Belt 6. Everything seems fine. So, like, that would mean one of them is a traitor. But there's no evidence anyone has betrayed us, and more importantly, no motive for anyone to do. Exactly, like I said, this is nothing, like nothing's happening. It's fine, everything's going smoothly. So, we call this kind of mystery a why done it. Yeah, true. Why would someone do this? Alright, I've heard of those. Whoever told me about them also said, there's no meaning to be found in figuring out how done is, where mages are concerned, not when they can do almost anything, including things outside the natural realm. True. But the reason they committed a crime, the why done, that is always meaningful. Kistaria said that, didn't he? I think I remember, yeah, the whole why done it, who done it, coming up in Lost World 5. I remember that. Right. And that clears everyone on Kaldia's current staff of suspicion. I can't see any reason for a member of our staff to want to help the White Earth clean. If they were just hiding their motivation, they would have tripped us long ago. Yeah, true. If they didn't have any reason to reset Earth, they wouldn't have any reason to help prevent it either. Yeah, that's true. The crime's already been committed here, so why would a traitor go on to help the organization trying to undo it? The same goes for the servants too. That includes me, Captain Nemo, Da Vinci, and Holmes. None of us have anything to gain from Earth being wiped clean. If anything, the opposite holds true. That just leaves Shion, you, Senpai, Master. And your alibi is airtight. You weren't even at Kaldia at that time. Yeah. Senpai, of course, isn't a viable choice either. True. Frankly speaking, if he gave up on everything, our mission would fail that very instant. Yeah, that's true. I suppose Shion, as a member of Atlas Institute, could see this incident differently than we do, and that in turn could potentially give us some kind of motive to betray us, maybe. But she's already done something that invalidates that theory. Here's the thing, Shion wasn't there in the Russian Lost World. Like, I guess she was there, but she I think, when did she come? Was it Lost World 4 or was it Lost World 3? I don't remember. But, so... yeah, exactly. That's the point. And that guy said that someone in Kaldia, so that means she's out of it. She wasn't at Kaldia at that moment. So she's automatically out. She doesn't fall in that criteria. When the foreign god used a pseudo black hole to destroy the Wandering Sea, Shion stayed behind to very last second at very real risk to her life. Yeah. If she wanted to betray us, that would have been the perfect time and place to do so. Frankly, if she had known what was going to happen ahead of the time, and she had escaped on her own, we would be all dead by now. Are you really not at all suspicious that I did something somehow? How will you do something? Knowing those two, they could have predicted that I'd eventually come back to Kaldia. True, but it wouldn't even make sense for you to have started this conversation if you were the traitor. Yeah, that's also a point. Yeah, and just to be totally clear, I didn't betray anyone. Well, I guess that's not true. I did betray all of proper human history once. I definitely don't have the guts to betray anyone holding the controls to a collar that could kill me anytime. I think you have plenty of guts, but aside that, I agree with you. Betraying someone to save your own skin when you know that betraying them would get you killed. It doesn't make sense no matter how you look at it. And that's not all. Me, Fujimaru here, the staff and the servants, our actions have all been consistent. My case is more complex, sure, but it still checks out in terms of consistency. Long story short, I betrayed proper human history, lost to you guys, got critically injured, recovered, and now I'm helping you guys out with restrictions on my behavior because it beats getting locked up or killed. Sure, I wasn't exactly being virtuous, but I was being consistent, yeah? That's true, in the end, I have to think the one from Talia was Misty. But you do have an idea of who it could be, right? Yeah, why would you call us here then? Senpai? I'm not sure, but I do have just one more question, alright? I think you can answer it with a search of the library, Marsh. And if that leads us to a clear answer, you can just forget all about it. But if it doesn't, then I think we might be onto something. I already went ahead and launched the library's search system just in case. What's your question, Kara? It's about servants. Let's start with Da Vinci. Okay. Talia summoned the original Da Vinci and her successor unit is carrying on her work in her stead. Yeah. So, we know that Kaldia's a summoner, and that she was helping before the incineration of humanity. Oh, I can see where this is going. Yeah. Nemo was summoned by Shion Eltna. At least, that's what the records say. He's got some phantom and divine spirits mixed in with him, but we also know his summoning is legit. And the servants Fujimaru contacted with, including you of course, should all be fine. Kara, you don't mean... Yeah, I do. My question's about Sherlock Holmes. Who summoned him and what, when, and where did they do? You know what's funny? I don't even remember when he suddenly. It's been so long that I completely forgot when he actually got introduced. Like for Da Vinci and everyone else, it's easy because they were literally introduced in the first episode and not episode, the first chapter and all that. But I don't remember when Sherlock Holmes got introduced. It seems like he's always been there in a weird way, but my memory is just failing me because I do know he wasn't there in the singularities. In none of the singularities he was there. So I think he was introduced in Epic of Remnant, but I've completely forgotten which Epic of Remnant, when and how was he introduced, and how did he suddenly pop up. I've completely forgotten everything related to that. So let's see if they kind of say something here. What do you mean? A master does more than just serve as a battery for their servant. Through their contact, the master serves an anchor to keep them rooted in reality. Yeah, exactly. That's the biggest reason they need masters, even when those masters are of no help in battles between heroes. Yeah. Compared to that, the Magecraft support is just a nice bonus. Which is true because, you know, like... Wait a minute, let me think. Archer, yeah, the thing with Archer and Rin, yeah, I remember. Archer had, I think, independent action or whatever it was called. So he... Now, here's one thing I've always found weird about Unlimited Blade Works. Like, he says like, oh, I have like, you know, independent action and all that. That's why without Rin, he was able to survive for a little bit. And then he got contacted with... No, sorry, he got contacted with media and like all that stuff that happened. What weirds me out is that in the end, when he shoots the arrow and defeats Gilgamesh, if you remember, he was still there. So was his independent action still working up until that time? Like, I guess that would be the answer to it. So, you know. Yeah, but anyways, obviously, we've seen that over there. With the case with media, the first master that she got contacted with, obviously that guy was a douchebag. And after, you know, like media kills him, she was almost dying, and then he comes in. What's his name? Kuzuki comes in, and she makes a contact with him, and then everything is fine because he's the anchor to this world, and that's how. Obviously, like this is like the what was it called? Which magic was it? No, not first magic. Third magic, isn't it? The Heaven's Field, like how what was it called? The manifestation of soul. Like that is literally how servants get summoned and they are able to stay in reality because they are anchored to the world by their master. You know, and that is like the Holy Grail War and the characters coming is literally the manifestation of the soul because these people are dead. They're coming here and they're fighting in the war with us. So the whole Holy Grail War in itself is like the whole usage of Heaven's Field, isn't it? At least that's what I understood after reading Mahoyo, because I had no clue about any of this. Like up until now, I didn't even know or understand the reason behind how could the servants fight like this, you know, after being summoned. But I guess after reading Mahoyo, I was able to get a little bit of understanding as to what's going on. Like because of the third magic, they could stay in reality and fight. And that's why exactly when the masters die or somehow the bond gets severed, the anchor is gone, so they cannot stay unless until they have some special skills like, you know, like independent action and all that. But that also isn't able to make them stay for a longer time. So something like that, I think. Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong. Compared to that, the Magecraft support is just a nice bonus. Yeah, but what about rogue servants? Oh yeah, that's true. Good question. I'm guessing do they get contacted to the world? Something like that. I think they were talking about how like sometimes the place that they're in, being it like an earth, like the world summons them. I guess like the counterforce servants, it's pretty obvious they get contacted by the world. That's why they can stay, I think, yeah. However, the rogue servants, okay, let's see. Yeah, there have been servants in other singularities who didn't belong to either Kaldia's side or the enemy's side. But it was the land, there you go, itself that summoned them, using the power of the Holy Grail which spawned the given singularity, in an attempt to put history back on its original track. Yeah. Basically, rogue servants use the land as a kind of vessel, so it's no surprise they can act without a master. And of course, there were also rogue servants in some of the Lost Realms who didn't depend on the Holy Grail. Beowulf and Russell leaps to mind. Then maybe that's what happened with Holmes too. We first met him in Atlas Institute, so... No, wait. Huh? Okay, like I was saying, I have no clue where we got introduced to him. I've completely forgotten. Atlas Institute isn't where he first showed up, remember? We didn't meet, but he was at Mages Association in London. Oh, that's right. I'm sorry, I guess I wasn't thinking straight. Yes, you're right, Senpai. He himself said he had left a message for us in London. In London, you managed to safely acquire the information I left at the Mages Association, right? It was just paperwork, but it must have been worth £1,000 to you at that time. I could definitely see the land summoning him in London. That part makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. But then, how about now? But then, how did he show up in Camelot and Shinjuku? Oh, so he showed up in Camelot as... I've completely forgotten. I don't remember. Wait, Camelot? When did he get summoned to Camelot? No. Wait, what? Like, I can understand Shinjuku because I've completely forgotten about, like all that. So, like I said, I've completely forgotten about most of the stuff. Camelot? I've seen the movie. I've forgotten the game, the Camelot, when I played Camelot. I've completely forgotten what happened in the game. But I remember watching the movie. He wasn't there. Was he there? Or did the game just cut it, the anime just cut it off or something? Yeah. Okay, so Holmes's the very first contact that we had with Holmes starts in London, in Singularity. Which was it, 4 or was it 5? 4, I think, yeah. Because as Holmes said, like, I left the letter and all that, so that's the very first contact we have with him. So I'm guessing then he pops up now and then, and he supposedly came in Camelot. I don't really remember when. But yeah, Shinjuku is understandable because literally Moriarty was there, so I'm sure Holmes was there as well. I just don't remember. We've asked Holmes about that, and he said that he managed to prolong his materialization and ray-shifted on his own. Right. You mean like Miyamoto Musashi? No, that Musashi's situation is different. She's a traveler. She's a wanderer. She wanders from one thing to another. Like, no, he can't do it repeatedly like she could. He said twice was his limit, and that it came at the cost of seriously weakening himself. According to him, those two forced ray shifts effectively rendered him incapable of combat. I see, so that's why he did almost no fighting in Shinjuku. After Shinjuku, he and Senpai Master formed an official contact. Okay, I see. That got rid of his, debuffs, but also made it impossible for him to ray shift alone. At least that's what he said before. I see, well, that all makes sense now. But still, something's still nagging at me. I can't figure out what it could be. Still, I can say this much without a doubt. Holmes of all people would never betray us. There's just no way. When you take all of his accomplishments, his attitude, his motives, and everything else behind him, about him into consideration, it's obvious there's no theory that could possibly explain why he would have done such a thing. I trust Holmes completely. How about you, Fujimaru? I know Holmes is a good guy. Ah, well, it doesn't matter either way. I'm just giving you guys some food for thought. Having said that, Fujimaru Marsh, can we just forget about this whole discussion? This is Holmes you're talking about here. Yeah. He'll somehow get to know. He'll probably look at us and be like, or something. I'll be like, in the morning, he'll probably be like, your shoes were over there. Why was it over there? Did you and, cut or go somewhere, on your own? Or something like that he'll probably say. We need to be very careful. This guy's a freaking detective. Oh boy. I don't want things getting awkward if you trust him, and if you start doubting him now, it's gonna take long for Sherlock freaking Holmes to figure that out. It's not gonna take long, yeah. That's easier said than done, exactly. Maybe we should hit my head to make me forget. Bruh. Why would I do that? I can just use a really basic spell for sealing away memories. It can only be cast if the target consents to it though, and it comes with some restriction. Okay, no, please don't. What about me? How can I forget about this discussion? There's a file in Kalia's library on the storm border named number AG134458. I hid a memory sealing spell scroll there under the Alpine Goat section. What? All you have to do is inscribe that date and time. Oh, okay, I'll try that. Fujimaru, Marsh? This is only a seal, it probably won't make you forget completely. Okay. Your subconscious will still remember this conversation. So if you really trust Holmes, then keep observing him and doubting him so we can put this at rest and trust him that much more. Got it? Okay. Alright, see you tomorrow. Okay, so he did seal us memories. Okay. Yeah, that'll help because, you know, like he said, this is Sherlock Holmes. Good God, he's going to figure something out some way or the other. Okay, I won't be able to complete this fully, but at least let's do part way through. Okay, what is this? We are the Charles Commandos. Okay. Yeah, morning. Good morning, senpai. Oh, morning. And a lovely morning it is. He's already... Right you are. It looks to be perfect weather for your first day of work as part of the new commando unit. There's not a single bad omen to be seen. Oh god, come on. Really? You have to do this in the morning? Like jinxing the whole thing? I think... Hey yo, what the hell? Oh god, here, share the bread on... Okay. Good morning everyone, it's me Jufu. I know it's short notice, but I think we should get going right away. The sooner we leave, the sooner we can get back and rest up. Right. Are you planning your break, huh? Maybe this is because I'm such a hard worker in life, but ever since being summoned, I've been seeking for breaks more than anything. Why did she just cover her ears? What's happening? Good morning everyone! Oh, that's why. I hope you're as excited to get started as I am. How are you this peppy this early? If you guys hadn't come along, I would have had to work with him alone. My stomach aches just thinking about it. Be it as it may, just because it's morning doesn't mean we won't run into any enemies. We'll have to take advantage of this opportunity to demonstrate how useful we can be. Then I'll take the front line just as we discussed yesterday. Lord Holmes, Lord Fujimaru, you two shall keep to the middle. And you Lady Jufu shall bring up the rear. Are we agreed? Works for me. Yeah, that's how we usually go, so I'll come along too. Doesn't seem like there'll be anything for me to do around on my own. Then let us be on our way. We'll leave from the north gate by the main road. You know, I've been wondering since we got here, does commerce even function in this realm? Better than you'd think. Of course, all transactions are made with QB. Yeah. Besides, there's no point in hanging on to more enhancement resources than you need after killing a demonic beast. That's how the servants of all these three realms enhance their spirit origin. Wow, just like real life, you know? Just like how we do it. I still have a long way to go myself, but at least I'm doing better than you guys. Oh my god. Well, yeah, I'm not even a servant. But my Fujimaru is at least level 152, I think. Yeah, so, you know, I'm the highest level of everyone. So there you go. Oh, hang on, I actually have to do some shopping while we are here. What? Okay. Is she buying rocks? What? Wait. What? Are you... That's freaking... That's Charlemagne. He's literally there. You can see his face. Just look at his face and his, like little hair coming out of. That's him. Okay, so this is set on, isn't it? Hey, can you see me? Yep, there you go. That was Charles the Great. Great, good. Wow. So I was correct. Well, it was pretty obvious, like I said. Like I'm sure we would have met him sooner or later, and that situation seemed very, very, like, appropriate for him to get involved, or him to get like introduced in this story. That voice, Seton. Hey, looks like we both got away clean. Congrats. But I do wonder why he said that he's weaker than a caster. Like, isn't he supposed to be the strongest? Why the hood? Oh, this. Let's just say I've got in my reasons for wanting to keep myself around here. Everything okay with you? Yep, everything's fine. Honestly, I'm more worried about you. But you seem like you're doing fine, so never mind. So what are you going to do now that you're free? I think I'll just hang around here for a while. This place isn't nearly as savage. It's a revenge realm, so I've got a feeling things will work out. How about you? You're off on a mission? I wish I could help you out. I really do, but I'm afraid that's easier said than done. Sorry. No worries. Okay, I'm gonna go give it my best shot. Awesome. You've totally got this. Alright, I think I'll get going too. Bye. Something wrong? Oh no, everything's fine. Then try to keep up. This mission looks like it's gonna be a real for both coming and going. Huh? Oh right, I guess you wouldn't know since you were passed out. What? Our destination is way up in the mountains and there's no ropeway or anything to help us get there. Oh, that's great. Yikes. And mountain climbing. Hey, I was just wondering. What is it? Are we gonna have to do this on the way back too? What do you think? Then I think maybe we should take a little break. I don't think that's a good idea. Oh my god. Why not? There tends to be a lot of snakes in this set. Oh god. What? Snakes? That's no big deal. I can just cast a simple spell too. No, I think it's big snakes. I believe these particular snakes are called Orochi in the Far East. Great. Yeah, here we go. Why are you mentioning this now? Oh god. Alright, let's defeat them. Wait a minute. Did I take... No, you know what? I'm just going to make this easy for me. I'm just going to take my normal team. Oh, I need to use my teapots. Like, I usually keep the teapots just in case there's some raid or something. But I don't think there'll be any raid. These will get expired. I need to use these. Should I use one now? You know what? Let me use one now. Because, like, the singularity, the main quests are the one that provides the maximum bond point as far as I can remember. And the interludes. So, it's better to use them now. I don't think there will be any raids within these 7 days, would there? So, if there would be raids, I would have saved them for that. But, you know what? Let's just use one now. Oh, nice. Okay, that's great. Oh no, wait. Oh. Wait. I think no. I think I made a bad decision by using the teapots here. I don't think this will give big amounts of point points because this is literally a level 70 battle. Okay, let's see. Damn. All these buffs and debuffs are really helping. Alright, that'll take care of that, I think. Okay, let's see. Was my decision correct? Okay, it was. It was, thank God. So yeah, I think I'm just going to use the pots here, because I don't think we're getting any raids anytime soon. So way to go, everyone! Clap, clap, clap. Then again, it's not like we can take any credit. Well, you did help us out. I helped technically, yeah. You gave us evade. Of course you all helped. Your aid was invaluable. Yeah? Okay. Yeah, well, that's good to hear. So you're a caster specializing in summoning, huh, Fujimaru? Okay, so she was calling us casters. I was like, why is she calling us casters? You know. But yeah, I guess, you know, in a sense we are casters because we do, you know. Like if you had to like compare masters to a certain class, I think casters would be appropriate. I guess you could put it that way, yes. Wonderful, I feel as though I've gained a seasoned warrior as an ally. You don't know the half of it. Indeed. The sheer strength of Mr. Fujimaru's summoned shadows often leaves me speechless. Suffice to say, I suggest you expect the unexpected. Great, that should make this mission a snap then. I admit I was pretty worried when I heard 3 casters were assigned to this mission. But now it looks like I'll get to take it easy the whole time, yay. Alright, let's keep going. We should reach the recon area soon. Okay, alright, I think I'm going to end it here. Like I said, it'll be... I'll complete the rest of the arrows in the next video. Lookout tower. Yeah, I'll do this later. Right, and there you go. We're in section 9 now. There's more than half of the story still left. I don't know when I'm going to complete this, because like I've been busy here and then, like, as you can see, like sometimes I'm doing it and then 2 days later I'm doing another video. So it's taking a while. It'll probably take a while. But yeah, once I become a little bit free, I might try to upload videos every day like I usually do for these, but I'm not really getting that time. But you know, yeah, little by little. Like, I remember my experience with Camelot, like 1 month. I think it took me 1 month to complete the whole damn thing. It was so big. But you know, I still did it eventually, so yeah. Like I remember when I starting Camelot, I was like, will I be able to do this every single day? Like a video. Like, goddamn. But yeah, it was very, like, you know, entertaining. The whole story was so great. You know, yeah, it was a great experience. And this one as well, I have to say, I'm liking the story. I'm really liking the story. Because, you know, like, I remember Tunguska had, like, for me, Tunguska was like the weaker one out of the story. I remember, you know, like, for the past couple of, like, Tunguska seemed like a story that was released back when the game came out, because, you know, the very first few singularities, I remember the story was okay. It wasn't really very good or anything. It was fine. But then from Camelot, it started like picking up, and I really enjoyed throughout. From Camelot, Babylonia, then the final singularity, and then the Lost Bells, the Epic of Remnants. Everything I really liked from that point onwards. You know, so Tunguska seemed like a story that would have come out before Camelot. You know, like, it was a nothing to speak about. The only reason I liked Tunguska is because I really like Koyanskaya. That's why, you know, like, that's why I was very excited to check out Tunguska. And yeah, in the end we get to know who she is, what's going on, this and that. So yeah, in a way, for me, Tunguska was okay, average. But this actually feels like a proper story, like, you know, like with everything that is going on. and it's very interesting as well, and you know, it's catching my attention, just like the, you know, like the previous Lost Bells caught my attention. Not to the degree of Lost Bell 6, I would say, because Lost Bell 6, I feel like Lost Bell 6 and Lost Bell 5 was like truly some, like a beautiful experience. Both Atlantis and Olympus, and then Avalon Lafay. All these three Lost Bells were absolutely amazing, like top of the thing. Not to that degree, but who knows, maybe I'll change my mind by the end of this, you know, thing. We've barely started. So let's wait and see. I really liked the whole Salome section. That was really well done. So yeah, let's wait and see how this goes. And yeah, I'm very much, I'm liking this. I'm really liking this. So yeah, anyway, that is it. That was for today. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. This was my gameplay for Traum. And yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel or you haven't subscribed. Comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know. I'll check them out. That is it, guys. Thank you for watching. Now, like I said, I'm not sure when I'll be able to come back with another video. Might be one day, might be 2 days later. I'm not really sure. Also, I have to do the Grail front along with this. So yeah, so we'll see. Maximum, I think the maximum amount of days I might take would be 2. So it'll either be the day after or the day after the next day. So something like that. But yeah, I'm going to continue it, and when I'm a little bit free, I'll try to be more consistent. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.